Michael, season's over. It's been an eventful one, on and off the field for the club. Lots of changes.
Yeah.
What's your sort of take on the last few months?
Well, you say it's been plenty of action. We're judging what happens on the playing field, and I'm delighted that John signed his new contract, which gives us an extra year on the original 18-month contract he signed when he joined us. Because I think he's been an ideal fit for this club, and I think there's a genuine warmth between him and the supporters. All right, with all managers, it's always based on results, but he came in, he made an instant impression. I think he's very fan orientated, and I'm personally very pleased that he's going to be here and we're going to be working alongside each other. I know he has exciting plans for the team, and come August, the squad that we've assembled, there'll be a lot of new faces in it, which is naturally enough. But yeah, I think there's a feel-good factor around the place. I'm not too despondent at all.
Obviously, there are going to be a lot of changes in terms of playing personnel. I think I worked it out in the 3 years in the Football League at this club. There've been more than 60 players come and go. It's a transient business, isn't it, football?
Well, it is transient, and if you're just looking to maintain a level, then you tend to find there's more stability and players stay at a club. But when we came out of the conference and we came into Division 2, to improve from Division 2 we had to bring other players in, and we went through to Division 1. Now we've had 2 years, I'm frightened to use the word consolidation, but we are now known as being a respectable First Division club, both on and off the field. But we obviously, albeit against a difficult background, we're trying to go forward again, and I think there are some exciting times ahead. We won't always get everything right. There'll be disappointments on the field. There'll be elation sometimes on the field. That's the nature of what we're at. And John's obviously got his own thoughts on how he's going to assemble the squad, but with new players, and supporters want to see new players. Some of the players who've left us or are due to leave us have done exceptionally well for this club, but the world of football changes, squads change, and then normally at clubs, if you look at some of the track records, the average lifespan of a manager in this division and Division 2 is around 21 months. Now we hope John will be here longer than that, but if you don't change your manager, you end up changing your squad, and John feels that he wants to bring some fresh faces in. We all support that, and we'll wait for that to happen during the summer. And from a spectator point of view, I'm certain when the fixtures come out around the 17th, 18th of June, they'll look at the fixture list and we'll be trying to give a good account of ourselves. So yeah, it's going to be a busy close season, but I'm personally looking forward to it.
How difficult is it for you and the club as the CEO to balance, to juggle the finances? Because obviously our average crowds have actually gone up this season by nearly 5%, which is a real positive. But it's nothing compared to some of the big hitters in this league, is it?
Well, it's all relative, isn't it? 500 to 5% to us is it's significant, but is it going to change our financial ability? It's probably not. But I think supporters generally are probably a little bit tired at the moment of listening about finances. The problems we're facing are no different to a lot of other clubs in this division. So there's no point crying about it. We have to get on with it. We're professional people. We'll do what's right for this club and what's right for our supporters. And I think we need to adopt a little bit of the siege mentality that they used to have at Wimbledon some years ago, when we're a very friendly, family-orientated club. But when it comes to 3 o'clock, or a 7:45 for a midweek game, the hostilities on the pitch start, and we'll give a good account of ourselves. And talking as a football supporter, not as chief executive, I can only remember this season probably 2 games where we've probably, in one case maybe outfought, and the other one we were outplayed, and that was Stevenage away, when physically I think they gave us quite a battering, as you would expect at Stevenage. They've got the strengths and they play to them. And the home game against Port Vale, where they really caught us on the counter-attack and deserved to beat us. But generally, apart from that, most of the games have been close fought encounters. We finished just below halfway, but that's the second season. Newly promoted clubs inevitably get caught out in the second season. We've not done that. And I think with John's sound management and his enthusiasm, and a professionally run backroom staff, which we have, I think it promises to be another good season.
You mentioned the backroom staff. Obviously, throughout the year there've been some redundancies, but I know you're more than happy now with the team that are in place to take the club forward off the field.
I'm delighted with the team we've got. We've assembled a very motivated and professional backroom staff. Yes, there've been one or two changes. There may have been changes anyway at some point, but I'm confident now as Chief Executive that the team we have to provide the service to our supporters and run a professional football club can cope not only with the challenges of a Division 1 football, but ultimately I'd like to think the challenges will present itself in the Championship. That's what we're all here for. But the staff we have are committed, they're good people, they're very professional. We can improve year on year in how we approach different challenges, our match day experience and things like that. But even the part-time staff, match day staff, I think they've improved this season as well. The catering operations improved. So there's an awful lot of positives I think I can take out of this season. All right, we're judged on what happens on the field. John came in, Richie went, and the summer, I say, will be another period of change. But I quite look forward to that. I mean, my pen's ready to sign the contracts when these players arrive, and we'll have, I'm certain, a very competitive squad with a bit of flair in it, and maybe one or two older heads coming in. John knows exactly what's required, and he's had the experience now of 4 or 5 months of seeing the existing squad. Some of the players he might have wished to stay, but every club you speak to has the same decision to make. It's never easy. But I am genuinely looking forward to next season. I can't wait for it to start. When the fixtures come out, we'll be looking